This video will bring down Black Lives Matter if you, the viewers, will simply research the basic information we're about to lay out. Black Lives Matter is more dangerous to black people in this country than the KKK. Black Lives Matter is a George Soros, Ford Foundation, White House, CIA destabilization program on record. Facebook, Google, Twitter, Apple, all the major globalist corporations that were created by the CIA, look it up. Google, right down through Facebook, are pushing the narrative, giving it the attention, allowing calls for violence to be built. All the mainstream media that push all the foreign wars and tell us NSA spying's good, they care about black people and say, oh yeah, white racism's why the cops died in Dallas. They're attacking logic, saying that if a cop does something wrong, potentially, in Missouri or in Minnesota, in many cases they haven't done anything wrong, then randomly if other cops get shot, 15 of them, that it's okay. Hillary, the clips are on Infowars.com, is up there saying white racism is to blame. Loretta Lynch, above the law, Loretta Lynch, meeting secretly with Bill Clinton, she says, we've got to reform the police. That's why this happened. No, this happened because we have a mentally ill, dumbed down population across the board. White, black, it doesn't matter. That believe mainstream media and really believe there was an epidemic of police being killed. I know white people that are so depressed they're in bed the day before the shooting happened, Thursday, who couldn't go out to work because they're so guilty as white people about the epidemic of blacks being murdered. You talk about half the blacks being aborted to them, their eyes glaze over, but the media told them the cops are killing them everywhere. 258 blacks were killed in 2015 by police. Let's say half of that was unjustified. 100 and something. That's insane. 500 plus blacks died in Chicago in 2015, shot by other blacks. 2,000 plus people were shot in Chicago. 92% were black in 2015. This year, it's already over 2,000, almost over blacks. But you go, hey, 2,000 blacks shot, 500 killed versus 200. Why is it? Because it's white racism, the media said. This is going to fix it. We're going to make this the biggest issue in the world. That's done so you don't get upset about having your unemployment double. You don't care about the depression. You don't care about the globalists running our country through foreign treaties like the TPP and sucking all taxpayers dry. Whether you're black or white or whatever color you are, it doesn't matter. You're being screwed over. You're being force-fed GMO. You're having dirty vaccines pushed on you. You're having weaponized media try to divide you. It's crazy. This is all the establishment has. You can look all this up on Infowars.com. It's even mainstream news that Black Lives Matter meets with the White House, meets with the Justice Department. Loretta Lynch comes out and says this is the biggest issue ever. This is mind control. This will create racial division. When you hear about the police reforming, they have the UN Strong Cities Initiative coming in and federalizing them and globalizing them. This is the takeover of the states. That's what Al Sharpton did a few months ago. He goes, states' rights have been our enemy. And so now this whole Black Lives Matter thing is about taking over the states completely. That's all it is. But it isn't the federal government taking over the states. That'd be dangerous enough not to have the separation of powers. States keep the feds in check, feds keep the states in check. That's our federal system. I support it. I'm an Americana guy. This is the UN and global treaties and all this coming in under the shadow of all this and having the UN sue and the Justice Department sue Joe Arpaio because he arrests illegal aliens that are drunk driving. And all these illegals show up and demand all this free stuff when you can't go to their countries and get free stuff. This is total mind control using the open-hearted goodness of the American people. Even Fox News is like, yeah, we got to reform the police and stop this. If police start doing whatever the feds or the globalists or the left says, or they'll sick groups of people and they'll hype up stuff till crazies go and shoot police. That's giving into terrorism. And that's what this is. Black Lives Matter is an admitted psyop to hurt all Americans. And I shot a video earlier that we're going to upload and link in this video on YouTube and Facebook so you can really see the larger program of control. But this is how foreign multinational corporations that have hijacked the nation and are now removing any congressional control over these multinational boards, this is how they take us down. Scientifically crafted, collaborator, globalist media directed, cultural, class war, race war. And then we're all supposed to capitulate at the end of it and adopt a shrinking language, adopt all these bans on speech, have hate crimes that restrict free speech, bring in federal control of the media. When cops get killed randomly, it's the fault of white people. This is a program of total takeover. And it's not my opinion. I want to make this clear. This is a social engineering program. This is a program meant to disenfranchise everyone and actually divide and conquer everyone. If you look at how the Democrats, and the Republicans are bad too, but going back, the Democrats have run the country forever. They're really the big party. The Republicans are kind of just play, second fiddle. If you look at how in Chicago and New York and a few other big cities, only about 170 years ago, they developed the big city model of control where you set up a police force. Before that, we had a sheriff's department and constables. You set up a police force. They're the blue gang. Then you've got the Irish over here. You got the Italians over here. And then all these groups, the Jews over here, whatever, they all play off against each other. They all have street fights. They all fight each other. And the local police and the government referee that divided group. Nowadays, you bring in the Mexicans, you bring in the Asians, you bring in, all these other groups. But always the low group on the totem pole that could be picked on was the black people. It's true. But then you institutionalize that where the black folks think the government that's been orchestrating all this is their friend, and then just use them as a set piece to then bring in the larger police state. And look at prisons today. If it's on the West or East Coast, you have Asians, but in other areas, it's not really Asians. There's almost no Asians in prison statistically. You can look it up. You'll have the Mexican area of the prison, the white area, and the black area, and they all are divided, and the warden and the jail guards play those groups off against each other. And that's all this is. This is a management system. The British Empire wrote scores of textbooks on how to control countries doing this. They admit they're doing it now. This is not a secret. So you've got all these TV generation dumbed down people, the type of folks you see in the Mark Dice videos we air, who are 90% of people in California, whether they're white or black, or they don't know the three branches of government. They don't know what planet they're on. All they know is every show from The View to non-news shows is just hyping Black Lives Matter, and it must be legitimate. It must be the number one issue. So let's go out and march right in the heat of the summer, right before an election, to try to create some type of civil emergency. What you've heard here is the absolute unvarnished truth. We need a birthright, a free association, a free market, where we associate with each other because of what we produce and what we stand for, and because we're honorable people. You can't keep me away from African artists that I love. I've never really talked about this on air, but I like African art. I own quite a bit of it. It just resonates with me. Everybody knows I love Jimi Hendrix and countless other African artists. Beautiful, wonderful, amazing people. But I'll say this. It's mainly white people and black people that are killed in this country, and it's because we're hot-blooded and we can get emotional and we can do stupid stuff. There aren't really any Asians getting killed by the police. Just look at the statistics. It just isn't happening. It's like, we're dumbasses and we get played off against each other. And we're a lot of horrible, dumb, evil, racist black people that I just can't stand. But I'm not going to sink to their level or the white racist level and play along with this. And I'm not, because I'm a pro-human person that's not a racist. I'm about individuals. I'm not going to sit there and join the leftists that tell me, okay, this is how you act with your white guilt to then absolve yourself. No, I haven't done anything wrong, and I'm not putting up with it, and I'm not going along with it either. So I'm not following the Republicans, the Democrats, the Black Lives Matter, CIA people, literally. I'm not following any of you. I represent Americana. I represent the Renaissance. I represent free market, open society, private property, families, individuals, communities, building a future based on free association. And you can be part of that club too. I don't wear a blue outfit. I don't wear a red outfit. I don't have, some system where I obsess over what color I am. I believe in realizing full human potential. That's what I stand for. And Black Lives Matter is run by a bunch of evil scum. And they are beyond the KKK. I'm not saying they're the KKK because they're racist. I'm saying they are run by the same spirit that ran the KKK at the height of its power. I will not endanger my eternal soul by using the fact that I'm aware of these systems to come to power. I will not use the Ring of Mordor metaphysically. I use that as an allegory. I will not use it even though I already have it. I will not use it to dominate you and then laugh at you and see how dumb you are. I will die trying to empower you. No matter what damn color you are, because in the final equation, it is the animating contest of liberty on this planet that tests our spirit before the next plane of existence that is real. So whether we win on this third dimensional plane or not, I win eternally. And anyone else that doesn't involve themselves in this evil wins eternally because we were not deceived. If you want to be hoaxed, if you want to be lied to, if you want to be chumped, if you want to think you're winning and think you know what's going on, keep watching mainstream media and follow what they say, because everything they do is about screwing you over and making you stupid and making you dependent. Everything I do is about empowering you, because I know if you ever glimpse what I know, if you ever even get close, and many of you will go past what I've done, if you ever tie into real human potential, all you want to do is empower others because you're so confident, you're so strong, and you've seen beyond. I've seen beyond all the stupid white racists, all the stupid black racists, all the stupid racist Hispanics, all the scum. I've seen beyond you. And I know what humanity's going to build in the end. It's going to be rough. It's going to be hard. But we're not going to find salvation intellectually, culturally, or spiritually with the controlled left, because they have stolen the Renaissance to destroy it. They claim they represent it when they're there to kill it. Margaret Sanger was the chief liberal. Time magazine's had her Woman of the Year 3 times. They still praise her today. And she said black people weren't humans. Let me tell you something. The only racist stuff I ever heard growing up in Texas was when I got around white intellectual liberals, because they're not liberals. A real racist is into being smarter than you and creating a whole fake universe of disinformation so that you don't even know where you are, so they can turn you into a mindless political slave that serves them and that comes to them to ask for more money or more welfare. They got you like a dog begging for food. I want to see you free yourself from them. And I want to see all the weirdo, mentally ill white people that are part of this cult but aren't part of the top of it, that actually believe you're trying to help people and save the world. I want you to realize you've been conned and you're a joke. We have a longer video I shot on this. They're all going up to Infowars.com. I'll be on the radio, Lord willing, tomorrow, 4 to 6 p.m. Central. I have a special guest joining us in studio. I want to thank Buckley for having me over to shoot this video. And I'm just going to sign off here, but this is truth. This is absolutely what's going on. It's not my opinion. It's a fact. It's not my point of view. And if you want to be chumps, just keep buying those lottery tickets. Keep doing the Nigerian email scams. Keep believing Barack Obama cares about you as your unemployment explodes. And drink the fluoride water, eat the GMO, and take the vaccines. And get ready to have retarded kids. The wages of serving the New World Order are death. All right, you've been warned. You've been told the truth.